The reason why we built FAPSCO is to unite the Filipino online professionals industry, to also promote collaboration with each other, and of course, we wanted to help produce skilled online professionals, specialists, and of course, leaders.
We've created POPSCO with a vision to become an organization that supports all Filipino online professionals to be successful in their online careers and businesses, regardless of their affiliations.
I joined FAPSCO because as an online professional who's working at the comfort of my home, I needed other individual can share with me on this freelancing journey.
The reason why we have built the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative is to help the ICT graduates, aspirant freelancers, and this is also to help them develop, explore, and acquire new skills when it comes to online professional industry.
Ang paglambo o kalampusan sa usa ka organisasyon nagadepende sa kalidad sa mga miyembro o mga lideres niini. Ang FAPSCO dili lang adunay maanindot kayo nga advokasya o misyon na matabangan kitang tanang mga online professionals na magkahiusa, mulambo o mutubo kita sa atong pagpanarbaho o pagnegosyo online.
FAPSCO for me is a digital opportunity for me to develop and share my skills.
I joined FAPSCO as one of the founding members because I knew FAPSCO is going to be backed by other veteran online professionals and freelancers, thereby having experienced, solid, and passionate founding members that we have today.
I joined FAPSCO because the vision of the co-op aligns with my personal vision to provide much needed support to online professionals nationwide.
I joined FAPSCO because the people that I've met have the same values, mission, and vision as mine, and that is to provide assistance, free training, and coaching to those who wants to jumpstart their career as a freelancer.
I joined the FAPSCO community because it promotes collaboration instead of competition.
I joined FAPSCO because this is a group with a helping hand.
I wanted to be part of an organization that would be a pioneer group of individuals who will be working to promote online freelance.
Yan. Welcome to FAPSTalk, friends and online professionals. This show is for you. FAPSTalk is brought to you by FAPSCO, the national-based cooperative for and by Filipino online professionals. First of all, please like our page muna, facebook.com/fapsco.ph, and you may also find us in Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn, or visit our website at fapsco.ph. Ayan, thank you for our partners, Fapsco Media, for always supporting us on our show, and Fapsco SMM team and membership committee, Fapsco members, Filipino online professionals industry. Good evening. Ayan. So, isa na naman pong very exciting episode tonight featuring a very special guest. But before we introduce our guest, ayan, kamustahin muna natin ang ating mga co-host. Hi, Bern. Hi, Shirls. Kumusta kayong dalawa? Ganda-ganda ng Shirlene namin.
Hello. Siyempre, kagagaling ko lang sa aking training. Siyempre, kailangan magbaganda tayo, di ba? Hindi pwedeng tsaka sarap ng mga estudyante. Kaya nag-lipstick ang lola mo. Nandito kasi ako ngayon sa Bicol region.
Saan ka sa Bicol, Shirls?
Sa Albay.
Nice. So may view ka ng Mayon volcano.
Yes, nakita ko ang Mayon volcano.
Yabang-yabang talaga ni Shirlene. But anyway, kumusta ka, Bern? Hello, hello.
Hi, yan po. Good evening sa lahat. Kamusta sa mga online viewers natin? Ako po ay okay, joke. Ngayon sa bahay, still doing my job, and I'm so thankful. I'm napaka-interesting ng top ngayon kasi I'm just learning about this industry, and also, yun, thank you so much to joining us with you guys tonight. Exciting. Thank you.
Yes, very exciting at the episode. But ayan, so let's go and proceed na tayo sa ating guest. So, our guest tonight is kababayan ko. He's a half kababayan actually, Zamboangueño, half kababayan ni Shirlene, na taga Quezon. So, Jerome has been in the online freelancing industry for more than a decade now. He is a technical SEO specialist, consultant siya actually, and he also does web development and training and consultancy. He manages his own agency, which is I Build PH. And tonight we will be hearing more about his journey as a Filipino online professional. Ayan, let's all welcome Jerome Esperanza. Hi, good evening, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Hello, good evening. Buenas noches. It's been a while, no? But I go home every time, at least once or twice a year in Zamboanga. So every time I always reach out to our colleagues, no, sa region. So yeah, this is thank you for inviting me. This is a rare opportunity. I think this is my first time with this community, so I'm pretty much excited. Yeah.
Yes, we're all excited to hear about your journey. Thank you so much. I think kaya rin naisip ko na ikaw yung i-invite because last time we spoke, we were talking about WordPress meetup. Sana matuloy na siya soon.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
Ay,
But you know, ano yun eh, Christmas week yun eh. But you know,
oo. Most
tight
likely,
schedule. But I hope so, no? Oo.
sige lang.
Last time I was home, Zamboanga City, I was also able to naisingit namin yung isang it's a seminar about Drupal. So Drupal is a CMS din, no? So I was able to present Drupal sa IT faculty and students ng Ateneo, Zamboanga City.
Very
So that was
nice.
last December, last year. And also sa WIMSU rin, sa Western Mindanao State University. So every time I go home, I really, I reach out to people. Baka gusto nyong mag-host and organize, no? Sayang kasi yung travel, no? We want to maximize
Yeah.
our trip every time.
Sige. Pag-usapan natin yan further. But for now, siguro let's go back into the past. And kwentuhan mo muna kami about your journey, how you started as an online professional. Paano ka nag-start ng work mo online and how you got into SEO, specifically technical SEO.
Naku, kung let's go back in time. Ang tagal-tagal nun siguro. I think every time, no, we have this small outfit, no, I Build PH right now. So it's been up since 2016 officially. DTI and BIR registered, it's been around since 2016, and ever since we've been accepting interns, student interns, mga college interns. And every year we have mostly from PUP, BSIT, ComSci, minsan may computer engineering pa, and at sometimes meron din kami marketing students, no, because we're in the digital marketing trade. So every time we have interns, I really parang scripted na nga to, introduce yourself. So I always start with how I got into this, what I do right now, what we do right now. The story always starts with a library. That's the story. So I was with a government agency before. That's the Department of Health sa central office. So fortunately, nakapasok ako roon when I was still decades ago. 2 decades ago yata. Yeah, 2 decades ago. So I think that's where my journey really started. That led me here, no? I was with the central library. I was assigned immediately to central library as assistant to the librarian. So I'm not really a librarian, but you know, I was supposed to, assist the librarian with the technical things, right? Computer, ganon, hardware, software, mga ganon. So the library was under the MIS, so it's under the IT ng central office. So it was an exciting story. I hope sayang no, sana nandito si Miss Aida. That she was our librarian, no. It was a really cool story kasi how it was when I got in dun sa library together with that librarian, si Miss Aida Arakap, shout out. I hope we have some friends sa Malap and sa Aslap. Um, um, Parehas kaming bago. She came in from another department din. So she that was also her first time to handle the central library. So when we came in, it was really a traditional library. Alam mo yun? It was dark, gloomy,
Yung
tapos
parang
puro
haunted house.
yeah, oo, puro papel, puro card catalog.
Oo.
Alam mo yung mga card catalog boxes? Probably the newer generation does not see that anymore, no? But yeah, I'm that kind of, I don't know, I'm actually a Gen X guy. So we both came in and we said, ala, ano ba to? So we tried to, ano, no? So it was an opportunity for both of us to really, I don't know, I would like to believe to modernize the library. And the good thing is, Miss Aida, our librarian, she was a visionary din, no? Parang visionary. Marami siyang gustong gawin sa library to modernize it. So I think the story for myself started there kasi I was exposed immediately sa a lot of computers because the librarian was said, Jerome, alisin na natin tong mga card catalogs, no? Maybe it's time to do, ano tawag nila dun, yung OPAC, no? Online access catalog na, ganon. So, right immediately, we requested for computers. So, na-expose agad ako sa networking, no? Networking the computers, networking the printers and everything. So, hardware-wise, IT sa computer side. So, I was really exposed there. And right immediately, we wanted to digitize whatever that library has. So, from paperless, we decided to, dahan-dahan naming in-scan, digitize things, and she instructed me to, put everything in a massive Excel. So from Excel alone, if you, I know the IT guys know about this. Excel alone, once you put an information in a massive worksheet, no, or a set of worksheets, it becomes technically it now becomes a database. So I think that's where it started, no? I started learning database, and then I got to be trained sa UP, mga library network libraries. So alam naman natin sa government, we're very fortunate those mga kapatid natin sa government. And I think yung mga interns natin, mga students natin, no, do not underestimate the government service. If you can go into government service right immediately after college, go in, no? Even before graduation, kunin nyo na yung civil service exam para if an opportunity comes in, you get into government service, maganda sa government, no? The salary, some may say maliit daw, I don't know. But what the salary may lack, it compensates for free trainings, no? Free trainings, free travels and trips, di ba? All over the country. So I think during that time, I got a lot of free trainings, no? Technical trainings here and there, internal, external sa DOH. And excuse lang yung aso namin. We have two dogs here, medyo maingay. So I think that's where it started from. And then from database, sabi ni Miss Aida, our librarian, Jerome, enough na yung database, gawin mo online yan. So I was forced to study now HTML, and then how to do a simple database driven website. So I learned PHP, MySQL, all those things. That was that opportunity really was provided for me when I was in the government service. So I was with DOH for 7 years, and half of that I was in the library, and that's where my journey really started from. But then after a while, no. So you really want the whole story, Jehan?
No, I'm just
Baka
curious.
kulang isang oras.
You were forced to, you were, well, parang na-motivate ka to study the languages and all that. Anong
Yeah.
natapos mo sa
Oo.
college?
College, hindi talaga related.
Kasi
So,
di ba, learn ng mga
I had two
languages?
majors. Oo. I had two majors. I was an English major. But then when I was in college service, I got this scholarship then. So, public administration. Medyo related naman. But malayo sa IT.
Medyo
So,
malayo
people
ka.
are surprised. People are surprised. Hindi ka pala IT grad. No, hindi. But, what is lacking in diploma, and I have a lot of certifications. Don't get me wrong, no? I also have something to show. Kung tapatan mo ako, no? Even in my later career years, pag nag-a-apply kami ng trabaho, kasabay ko mga taga-UP, taga-Lasal, and this guy here, pag tinanong nila, taga saan to? PLM, Pamantasan ng Maynila. That's where I last graduated, no? And yet I get the job, no? Because it's not in the degree. That's what I always say, our dear interns, no? Our dear students. It's not in the degree. Mostly if you have the opportunity to showcase your skills by actual portfolio, actual experiences, mas prefer ng mga companies yun. So, yun. So, nagulat kayo, hindi ako IT. Well, anyway, yeah. So, fast forward from there. So, from DOH, I got into UN, United Nations agency. I was with them for 4 years. Shout out to, sana meron dito, shout out sa people from IOM. So, that's the Migration Agency and the United Nations. We were fortunate, IOM, it's a global Switzerland headquartered UN agency, but the administrative office and the operations office has two areas. So fortunate, Pilipinas, the web, the admin, the operations dito nilagay sa Makati, while they have another office sa Western Hemisphere sa Panama, I think, and then it operates globally. So I was with them for 4 years. So IT support, web support kami ron. So we handle a lot of websites, like around 50 to 100 websites. Small team, clustered dito sa Makati. So I was with them. I think that's another highlight because IOM has really exposed me to a lot of enterprise things, no, on a global level. And from there, I move on to other UN agencies, UNDP. I did a short contractual stint with World Bank for a while. US Embassy, I also did a contractual thing, US Embassy. I put up a website there, and then after that, alis na ako. And I went over to Accenture din, no? So all flavors, both for profit and non-profit, we were able to experience. Until, just to finish the story, until 2014, fast forward, I got a new baby, the third one, and then I was already hustling on the side, working day job while marami rin akong sideline. And then when I got the baby, Jeremy, she's here, no? I decided to say, sabi ko, i-business ko na to. Might as well, work from home na lang, no? Those things. So way before pandemic, mindset talaga namin, work from home na. So until now. So that's the rest of the story. Ayun.
Ang dami pinagdaanan, no?
Yeah,
Nakakatuwa
no?
kasi kahit na
Oo.
hindi yun yung iyong pinag-aralan, yung natuto ka on your own. Kasi yun yung wala minsan doon sa ibang mga tao yung gusto nila lahat spoon feed, 'di ba? Na matapos sila tapos in-spoon feed mo na nga hindi pa nila pinag-aaralan talaga lahat. Tapos kung mag-start sila ng freelancing journey nila, akala nila ang dali-dali lang, 'di ba? Akala
Correct.
nila wala tayo
Oh God.
kahit hindi tayo nagwo-work tapos ang charges nila yung parang gusto nila as in
Ay,
$1,000
mm.
kaagad.
Oo, 6 digits
Yeah,
agad
yeah.
yung pinangarap, di
Mm.
ba?
Correct, correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oo, yun
Yeah,
yung
we see that a
mga
lot, no? Maraming ganon. Maraming ganon. Yeah, I guess the responsibility falls to us, no? Those who have been around with the freelance community na for a while. Yeah, we see that a lot. Marami sa ano, sa online. Yung they have this parang it's not really a wrong notion of freelancing, but you know, parang ano, what's the term? Sa dulo ng dila ko. The illusion na ganun kadali. You know,
Yeah, really.
no, it's
Yung
not really.
madalas sila yung fake it till you make it. Yun yung madalas
Yeah. Oo,
sina
yung kukuha ng project tapos pag-aralan on the spot. No, that's a wrong attitude. Don't
Oo.
do that, guys. Don't do that. Kasi this is a sad thing, no? We want this talk to be happy, positive, but this is a sad thing. Everyone should be aware of this. I build that PH, marami na kaming clients from all over, no? Direct myself, the team, outsource, whether outsource or direct from other countries. Marami na. Europe, US, Asia, you name it. This is a sad thing. Everyone should take this to heart. Meron tayong masamang masamang parang this is how foreigners see Pinoy freelancers now, no? Mahilig tayong mag-overcommit, we underdeliver. And sometimes nawawala lang tayo.
Yes,
And
actually totoo
that's
yan.
very sad.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Nag-sense sa mga ano, na nababasa ko rin online. Parang ang isa sa parang pinanggagalingan niyang attitude ng mga Pinoy freelancers na is because naging ano na nga naging goal na yung 6-digit income, hustling,
Yeah.
parang naging ano na siya, so parang nawawala na yung focus sa work ethics. Unlike sa
Correct.
una sa industry tayo, ako kasi talaga I really focus on just one client nung first time
Yeah.
ko mag-BA eh. So 3 years ako sa client time nagtiis ng super baba na sahod kasi talagang you really build your skills. 'Di ba?
Correct, correct.
Pero ano,
Plus
Jerome?
ano,
Sige, go.
yes, go ahead. Go
Continue.
ahead, go ahead.
No, I
Go
was
ahead.
just going to ask, when you, kasi parang, di ba, ang layo nung course mo, sa trabaho mo, at sa career mo ngayon. So, when you transition into online work, may mga na-experience ka bang challenges or parang ano yung mga pinaka na-experience mong challenges na that really made you ask, tama ba tong pinasukan ko? Ganon.
Yeah, there were a lot of questioning moments throughout those years, no. When I started doing online, I resigned from corporate setting, no, and then I did online. I started iBuild, registered it, no. The funny thing, I registered iBuild.ph sa DTI during my work office break sa Makati with this office mate, Miguel, shout out. Remember Miguel? Sabi ko, punta tayo dun sa DTI, may office doon malapit sa Makati. So during our break time, we went there and then I registered iBuild.ph. But it's been something that's on my mind already. So I already registered that. Then after a while, 1 year after, saka ako nag-resign. Because sabi ko, by then I think I have 3 or 4 regular clients na who's been with me for a long time sa side hustle gig ko, no? So I think sabi ko sa sarili ko, itong 4 na to with what parang cash flow ko na to, no? Sabi ko, yeah, kaya ko na. And then siguro hustle na lang ako to get more. Sabi ko, resign na ako, no? So the transition was in terms of transition, technically in terms of how we do things, wala masyadong adjustment kasi online naman talaga ang ginagawa ko na ever since, no? So the transition was really nothing. Kasi same, same work day in, day out. Ito ginagawa ko online, meeting people online. Wala masyadong adjustment. I think the adjustment was really sanay ka sa labas. Sanay ka sa, having office mates, always on the commute, no? But the adjustment was for the better, no? Wala na akong commute, wala na akong traffic. Imagine during those times, siguro that was around 2008 to 14. That's how old I am. In Makati, during those times, that was the peak ng mga traffic, worst case scenario ng traffic commute sa Makati, no? Dito sa Metro Manila. So it took me like 3 hours going to work. 3 hours just the travel time. Wala pa yung pila mo sa shuttle. Di ba? Pipila ka sa shuttle. And
Alam ko yan.
yeah, right? Di
Ang
ba?
iniisip ko
And
sa
then,
mga
pabalik, dodoblin mo pabalik. So, I think that was not really an issue for me. Sabi ko, yes, wala na akong commute, di ba? So, there was really no adjustment from me. Kasi on the work side, same. Yeah.
Question naman sa'yo regarding sa pagiging freelancer mo naman, 'di ba you're into SEO. Tapos ngayon 'di ba
Yes.
pabago-bago palagi yung mga algorithm, yung mga gano'n. So ano yung ginagawa mo to stay updated sa mga changes na nangyayari?
Ironically, Google search always has these algorithms, right? Every now and then, for those listening na medyo not really familiar yet, Google search is also a program. Program pa rin yan, no? Like any program, it always tries to improve itself, no? Every now and then. So they call these improvements, Google call these improvements like algorithm updates, no? An algorithm is a program, right? So algorithm updates, they release that periodically every now and then as needed. Sometimes announced, published publicly, sometimes unannounced, no? Because it's still business. Sometimes they roll that out without announcing. Kasi sometimes they do not want other search engines to know what they're doing, right? That's business. So every now and then may ganon. So lahat ng SEO specialists, lahat ng mga kapatid natin sa SEO, we are on top of those things. Pag may updates, may news, may changes, may observations, may ingay yung community, no? Merong major update, especially if core update or major update, no? Core. Ibig sabihin, it can affect your client's your client's search performance sa Google search. Ibig sabihin, medyo worried ka kasi it might biglang okay yung performance sa search. They're always number one on certain keywords, tapos biglang down, no? Or probably competitors, bigla na lang minsan may nangyayari totally nawala sa sa top 10 pages. May mga ganun. So I think ironically, my advice here is be consistent. Ironic siya sa algorithm changes, right? Very dynamic ang Google search. Sometimes you're on top, sometimes isang iglap lang biglang overnight bagsak ka na sa search ranking. So I think my best advice sa mga SEO practitioners or those who are starting to do SEO is find that magic formula. Actually, there's no magic, no? It's very technical, so it's still science. Find that formula na I think this is a winning formula. The process ko, this process has worked for one client, and then you test the same process to a second client, and continuously a third client. And once you keep doing that, and every time my algorithm changes, you get to test the same processes. It's still working kahit maraming changes sa algorithm, no? Or maybe you get to adjust. Itong 1, 2, and the third process ko parang tinamaan ako, and then you get to identify the issue and then you get to adjust. Once you get that structure, that SOP, and that process that you think has been working and will be working for the next 1, 2, or 3 years, or for the next 1, 2, or 3 clients moving forward. Once you get that, document those, no? Document those winning strategies mo, because you can template that and keep reusing that all over again. So that's my number 1 tip muna. Be consistent. Be consistent with your process. I think that applies to all other work natin, no? Not just SEO. Consistency. Once you get the feel of it, and once you know that it's working, test, document, and keep testing that, no? Until it gets better and better. Yun lang. I think that's the number 1. To really be ready. Kasi once you get that correct process, I think kung na-test mo na yan all over across different instances, different clients, I think you are now by then able to meet Google standard na this is the correct way of doing things in SEO. And once you get that, wala ka ng problem with Google, no? Do not try to go overboard, no? Like, uy, narinig ko sa isang group, may nabasa ako na this will be good. But then medyo shady siya, no? Medyo shady siya na bordering on black hat SEO. Do not try that, no? Patay na ang black hat SEO, sa totoo lang. That's been working for siguro year 2000 until 2010, 12. But then when Panda, Penguin came in, and until now, especially now, patay na yan. Huwag niyo na subukan yan. Even, I'm not trying to, I don't know, I'm not trying to undermine what our mga kapatid natin sa link building is doing. Even in link building, the way you do link building in these years, no, modern SEO na to, in my own words, this is modern SEO. The way you do link building is not the way, is not the same like the way you do that 5 or 10 years ago. So yun. Be careful. Don't go to the dark side na, kasi that's where you will find overnight bumagsak yung ranking mo. Second advice.
I have a follow-up questions on that because I'm really interested in this topic about Google Core updates. How can you future-proof your strategies? You mentioned about being consistency. So how can you avoid that your strategy from being failure? Because we sometimes do have proposals to our clients about our CEO strategies, but how can you future-proof that those strategies you have?
Future-proof. Yeah. Future-proof. Number 1, may nabanggit na ako. Iwasan natin anything that has something to do with black hat SEO, no? Or something bordering on that, like gray hat SEO. What are those black hat and gray hat SEO? You know, trying to manipulate what is not recommended by Google search or other search engines. Trying to manipulate how search engines see your website, you know, in an attempt to gain a favorable performance. Don't try to do that. In the end, you may win, short-term win, but that's not a future-proof strategy. Iwasan nyo na ang black hat, no? Hindi na uso talaga ngayon. You know, buying domains just because of domain authority. It may work. It may still be working. I know this is a baka may mag-react, no, violent reaction. It may still work. It may still be working. But do you think that's a future-proof strategy? Everyone will know. Hindi, no? Siguro, try to test those things very minimally, and just keeping in mind that those are just tests, no? Do not incorporate that in your long-term strategy. Long-term strategy, future-proof strategy, content, no? Nandun na tayo. this is the golden era of content writers, because they are they are everywhere, even in SEO. Sa SEO, once you have good content, and take note, not AI, um, that's a future-proof strategy. Focus more on the content. I think ang sunod na question dito yung the AI. I don't know.
Yeah, yun nga yung susunod kong
Ano po
question.
kasi ganyan?
Meron akong question sa
I'll,
content.
I'll let you lead
Talaga
the
ako
I'll let
pupunta
you lead
kasi
the
very
question.
controversial siya na
Yeah,
topic ngayon. Like, what's your
I know.
take sa AI and what is, may impact ba yung AI created na content sa SEO?
Generative.
Yes, yes. Very big impact, no? Very significant. Try to look at it from Google side. That is how I work with my SEO. First, I'll try to understand the client's business. The business first. That's why when clients reach out to us and ask for a plan, a fixed package, our answer is we don't have that. We cannot give you something package already because each business is very different from one another. Kahit similar yung that your trade is similar, your business, the nature of the business is the same, products, there is always those difference in terms of what are your strategy, what are your objectives, no? How does your business operate? We try to understand first the business, the client muna. And then once we get that, we now try to understand the other side, yung kalaban. Sino ba kalaban natin? Kalaban natin and bot friend din natin, the search engines, no? We try to understand the search engines. How will they perceive these kinds of businesses? They cannot perceive everyone in the same light, no? So you need to understand how they perceive these kinds of business, no? These kinds of websites. So that's where we come in the middle. We try to be the intermediate, the one between them, no? We try to make them friends. Yun. That's how I explain that to our clients. So, back to the question. Ano nga pala ulit yung question? Back to the question. Try to understand lang how search engines work. Ibig sabihin, parang on the IT side, parang reverse engineering. How will Google look at this, no? So we try to implement strategies per business, per ano. And of course, the best practices sa SEO, we try to integrate that. And and eventually you get the ano, no. Sometimes strategies don't work, no? You will test that. And it's okay to tell your clients, no? Again, another tip sa mga SEO practitioners natin and those starting accepting clients, no? Do not over commit, and then later on only to realize you under deliver, no? Kasi in SEO there is really no guarantee. Kasi you do not control Google search. You do not control any search engines. So you really don't know the output of the things that you will be doing. So I think there will be a question na how will you deal with that, sir? How do you pitch yourself to clients to convince them to avail your services when in fact you cannot guarantee, right? Correct, you cannot guarantee, but I think what you can guarantee, sir, ma'am, if you're very confident, no, about your technical skills, sir, ma'am, I cannot guarantee the top spot, the number one, top one, page one. I cannot guarantee that, but I can guarantee you that incrementally, periodically, dahan-dahan po kayo mag-i-improve. I don't know, dahan-dahan or baka biglang talon overnight, no? But your guarantee is that dahan-dahan mag-i-improve. But do the extra work to ensure that, no? Kasi kinumit mo yan. Plus, again, do effort, no? Kasi plus another one to promise your clients, your clients will be taking it by confidence na okay, I will trust this guy kasi wala ka pa yung pinapakita and yet you are already selling your services, the guarantee, and baka wala ka pang maipakita na portfolio, no? I think what can help is that I can show you this improvement, sir, through progress reports, no? I will guarantee that you will be seeing this progress in, I don't know, weekly reports, monthly reports, depende sa term ng project, long term ba, short term. If it's short term, baka nga daily pa, no? Depende. Pwedeng weekly. If it's a long term, probably pwedeng bi-weekly or monthly reporting. So, guarantee that agad, no? Guarantee that agad. Give value to the money that they are investing that they're investing in you. Probably magda-down payment na yan, right? Give value. Parang bumibili sila sa iyo sa tindahan, no? And they want something already. So you cannot give that yet, but at least guarantee that. First things first, guarantee na mag-i-improve yan. It may not be overnight, incrementally, periodically, no guarantee there, but provide some guarantee. Otherwise, what's the point? Ba't ka nila i-hire, no? Pangalawa, to show that improvements, guarantee that there will be a report. And stick to that, no? Stick to that. Let's do what we say, no? Otherwise, masisira tayo. Yan. Ayun, dami ko na nasabi. Sabi ko sa inyo, madaldal ako.
Madami
Back to
ding
you.
Pero sa
Back
dami
to
ng
you.
sinabi mo, ang dami din naming nalaman, 'di ba, na which is interesting kasi yun yung karamihan na um, gustong malaman din ng ibang tao, especially regarding SEO. Dahil sa mga kagaya namin na hindi ganun ka-immerse sa SEO, nakakataka rin din kung paano nyo nagagawa yung mga bagay-bagay na ganun. O meron kaming alam pero slight lang, hindi namin forte. Basta sa amin keywords lang, mga ganun. Tapos na ang laban.
Ay, kulang ang 1 hour natin if we get to that. Don't worry. Sa ibuild.ph, every now and then, follow our social media kasi we offer a lot of free webinars, free trainings every now and then. Although we also offer paid trainings, no? It's on our website, /training,
share ko,
courses namin nandun.
i-share ko ang website nila. But also, while we're showing the website to our audience, may tanong tayo actually sa comments natin online. Ayan, greet lang muna natin yung mga nanonood. Good evening. Hello, Miss Joyce Villanueva. Si Sherlyn, kay Sherlyn lang talaga siya nagandahan. Thank you. Ayan. And si Angelo Cruz, sabi niya, make it till you fake it. Diba? Christian Tiozon, may question si Christian at saka si Angelo. First question, comment lang from Christian, SEO is interesting. For me, it's a big learning curve for me to learn its intricacies. But si Angelo, he's asking, what are the instances in which Python is useful to you as a technical SEO? So nasa mas technical na tayo na.
Okay.
Parang
so first thing,
hindi na pang lahat yung ating topic.
Pang-academic to.
Yeah. But that's a very good question, no? First things first, si Angelo ba? Angelo, I'm not a Python developer, no? I can say I'm a PHP developer. I'm confident, no? But Python, not really. Although we have a lot of Python developer friends, no? If you need help or something. But if I'm not mistaken, I cannot be an authority on this, no? On your question and my answer. But if I'm not mistaken, you can do a lot of Python scripts for a lot of things, no? SEO included. Yeah, maraming trainings dyan, if you notice. SEO included, like, I don't know, you may want to scrape things over the internet, data mining, not crypto mining, data mining, information mining. I believe Python is very good at that. And some other things like automating things like, scraping your own website or a particular website to get information for SEO purposes. Yan. I cannot really go into technical because I'm not really a Python developer. Yeah, but I understand Python is a big thing in programming related to SEO, among other things. Yeah, go to the training part, Jehan, please. The training.
Ayan, Angelo. So, eto, if you're, ayan, ang daming lang training.
Yeah, we
Ayun
do
na naman
that. Those
tayo
are
sa
paid trainings.
Shiny
Those
objects.
are paid trainings.
Wow.
But the same paid trainings, we offer that every now and then. We promote, we give highlights. We offer that free every now and then. Kasi yung mga sanay na sa iBuild, they know that, no? At least once a month or twice a month, we have free trainings. But that one, mga paid
Nice,
trainings.
very nice. Sige, the next one is on December 8th. So the next paid training for WordPress SEO is on December 7th. And that's this coming Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Hopefully matuloy. Kasi sometimes iniipon muna namin participants. But I think that will be moved, no? Kasi merong sumingit na corporate training on Friday, Saturday. So we do also corporate training. A lot, no? At least we have one every other month.
Ayan. So eto, if you're interested sa mga nanonood sa atin tonight, if you're interested to tawag dito, sign up, register sa training ni iBuild PH for SEO, technical na training siya. So there's a discounted price. Ayan. And the training lasts, the number of hours per session is 6. Ayan. May training outline din sila. Dami niyong matututunan in just isang upuan lang
In
ito
one
rank
sitting.
math.
Yeah, because we
Oo.
understand, no? We understand, mga kapatid natin, we know that, the budget does not come easy, no? And we try to give value for money. Kung kaya natin 60K niyan, why not? No? Why not? Because
Ayan,
we want
Fern,
value for
baka
money.
interested siya.
And there are a lot more, no? A lot more. We also offer training on Drupal. We always promote Drupal because I'm a Drupal advocacy guy, no? I'm very active in Drupal community. So I also do Drupal, WordPress, SEO. Yan. So yeah. Are there any more questions ba? Or did I answer your question, Angelo?
Yan, I think you answered it na kasi sabi ni Angelo, thank you for your response, Sir Jerome Esperanza. Yes. I think it's very important. You mentioned kanina na yung sa registration fee and all that. Pero kung ako as an online worker, I would pay any amount of money that I need to pay just for the training. Kasi upskilling is the only way for us to remain relevant sa online, 'di ba?
Yeah, correct. But take note, this generation is very fortunate. The information is just right there
True.
at your fingertips. May voice search
Yes.
mga ngayon, no? I want something. Lilitaw na lang sa phone mo, sa computer mo, sa laptop mo. Before, we don't have that, no? I learned HTML via this book na sinerox ko sa Recto. Because it was handed to me by a senior sa office. Ito Jerome, kasi mukhang interested ka sa web. Binigay niya sa akin yung book na pinaserox ko at pina-bound ko. Kasi before, there was already internet. Don't get me wrong, I'm not that old. May internet na, but hindi masyado ganun ka-easy ang internet access. Number one, sa office ka lang may internet access. Sa bahay, when you get back home, kailangan may data ka. It's not really easy for us before. Sometimes books, CD pa noon was a very big deal. Ngayon, you are very fortunate. Anything you need na sa internet na. How to make this and that, how to do this and that. May YouTube na kayo, may internet pa kayo. I don't know, your possibilities, your tutorials the learnings are endless. Wala ka ng dahilan in this era you don't have any excuse anymore to not say, I cannot learn this because I don't have the resources. You don't. You have the resources. Siguro ang excuse mo na lang, probably you're procrastinating. Ayun, tatamad-tamad ka na lang. You don't have the drive, you don't have the will, no?
Tinatamaan sa procrastination.
Di ba ganon? So probably number one, the time, no, the time talaga. So if you have the budget, try to check out our training courses because but our guarantee in our training courses, you will not get the same things na makikita mo online. Our guarantee, the outline may be there na similar anywhere sa YouTube, but the guarantee is that demonstrated talaga and guided, no? Sometimes you have the information sa internet but you do not simply know how to proceed to do it. Parang ano, nagbasa ka how to build a house and yet you do not know how to even hindi ka man marunong humawak ng martilyo. So that's where we are. Now that's where we come in our training. We don't teach you things na makikita mo sa internet na. We will teach you things that I know you will not find sa internet probably, or I know you will have a hard time doing things on your own. So yun yung training namin. So if you have the budget, why not? If you do not have the budget, I suggest find time. Time lang. You don't need the money anymore in this era, no? May internet ka lang, you have the time, you have the drive and the will and the passion. Passion is important. Otherwise, mawawala rin yung drive mo. Do it. Just do it. And shout out sa naging project manager as a boss ko. I was with this digital marketing agency for a while. A few months lang naging I became a project manager for them for a few months lang. But I really learned a lot from these two Israeli guys who were our boss. Shout out to Oron Barber, if he gets to see this. I still remember what you said, no? You always tell me, in business, in life, in work, if you have a very good idea, this is going beyond freelancing. If you have a very good idea, put it 3 months. 3 months, act on it immediately. Otherwise, after 3 months, that idea will die, no? The drive will die, the focus will die, mawawala na yung drive mo. Or probably that good idea has been thought of and acted upon by someone else na. So 3 months, give anything 3 months, that lifeline. After 3 months, kalimutan mo na. Someone beat you to that,
Okay, 3 months.
nawala na yung alam.
Paano
Yeah, that's still, I follow that. I follow that rule. Every time I have an idea, I have something to do, I want to do something, within 3 months, I do that. Otherwise, wala na. Sir, paano yung planning pala? Di ba meron kang magandang project na iniisip? But then it requires planning. Scrap the planning. If you focus more on the planning, 6 months pa lang, 1 year, wala ka pang nagagawa. Immediately do something, start on it. The planning can come in between, in phases. You know, I need to deploy this immediately. May ilabas mo lang kahit meron kang okay, personal website, portfolio website ko as a freelancer. Do not keep on planning on what to put there, anong itsura dyan, yeah. Buy a domain immediately, put it out, domain, find something templated online, download, upload, change a picture, change the text. You can do that in 1 to 2 days. Nandiyan na. And then, to follow na lang yun. Oh, how can I improve this now? So next week, target ko, I will work on my portfolio page. The following week or probably the following month, wala kang time, I will work on my services page. But the first things first, i-launch mo na agad with something, your domain, your brand, your contact numbers, your social media, your portfolio. Kahit link lang papunta sa LinkedIn mo. Put it out. The rest can follow. That's
Actually,
another tip for budding freelancer.
Yan, sa mga newbies na nanonood sa atin ngayon, what Jerome is teaching us, is advising us right now, that's the best way for you to get to that 6-digit income that everyone is coveting. Diba? Kasi hindi madaling umabot doon. Kasi meron ka ng portfolio, is talagang, ano siya, you'd have to do it, you have to show what you can do bago ka maka-reach no ideal income level mo.
Correct.
Totoo talaga yan. Pero may tanong si Christian, what are things to look at sa pag-trending ng AI and digital transformation sa Pilipinas besides Google search engine and YouTube search engine? Ay, napaka-technical ng tanong.
Generative.
Yeah. The AI topic on SEO is very wide, no? It's a very huge topic, and sometimes this is still up for discussion. If you say something, another one will say something, you don't know what to believe anymore, right? Sa totoo yan, sa SEO, no? Marami kang naririnig left and right. You do not know what to believe anymore. Number one, I suggest diretso ka sa kusina. When in doubt, diretso sa kusina. And nasa bang kusina, diretso ka kaagad. So if we're talking about optimizing for Google search, diretso ka kaagad sa developers.google.com because that's where they put out information. That's where they announce things, no? That's where they push out technical things. Diretso ka dun. Find advice coming from Google search itself on AI writing, right? Okay. Don't pick up things anywhere. Kasi ang internet is a very huge place, tons and tons of information, and kalahati dyan minsan hindi reliable. So go straight to reliable sources. Developers.google.com, Google Search Central, those are the Google official sources. Doon pa lang sa dalawang yun, nakita mo na sagot mo on your AI questions. Huwag ka nang tumingin sa iba, no? Parang ano yan, love life. Tingin ka lang sa isa. Di ba, Jehan? Tingin ka lang
Wait
sa
lang, Sir
ayun.
G. Nagtitraining po.
Ba't nagre-react kayo?
Breakfast yan ng mga tao ngayon. Love life na yan.
Okay. Besides Google official sources, go to Search Engine Land. That's a solid resource. Search Engine Land and Search SEJ, Search Engine Journal, no? Those are newsletters created, maintained, and written by SEO specialists themselves all over the world, no? And nandun yung mga idol natin, no? Like Bench, no? Si Bench nandun. I think it's si Bench, no? Who was writing there. I'm not sure with the rest, no? Sila Glendy Mandal, yung mga idol natin yan. Glendy Mandal, Jason Asidre. Those are the first generation ng ng mga SEO specialists natin. So again, follow also those people. Follow people like who are big and recognized leaders na, no? Authority leaders ng industry like Barry Schwartz, si Malen, spokesperson ni Google, like all those spokespersons. Sometimes listen to them or follow them, but with a questioning mind, no? Because kalaban yan. 50% kalaban ng Google. Sometimes they say things na sometimes I don't know, I don't want to say anything, but always have that perspective. On the other side, kalaban si Google. On the other side, they are a friend, no? So be careful with what you know. But on the official information, like on their stand on AI, get it from them, straight up from Google itself, or straight up from Bing search if you're optimizing for Bing, straight up from YouTube sources. YouTube is still Google, no? So get it from there. What's their stand on AI? Currently, so probably some will be asking you, so sir, how do you do your SEO in terms of content writing considering AI? Nandiyan ang mga tools and resources. Yeah, we use AI, no? It makes things fast and easy, but we have 2 minutes. Fast and easy. So I think use that to your advantage, but do not put out content purely AI. Kasi look it from Google's side, no? Or search engine side. Believe tayo kay Google. He's been the innovator for the last decades of putting out quality information sa internet. Before Google search, maraming spam content, maraming malicious sites. Google is one of those technology foremost in trying to promote good quality information, right? So look it from their side, good quality information. Imagine a world na lahat ng search engines pumapayag sa AI written. Full 100% AI written. Imagine na lang ang content sa internet sa search. Do you think that will be quality? Definitely no, no? So, just think about that. Any search engine, especially Google search, who wants to promote quality content will not really allow AI to succeed. Will not really allow AI content writing, 100% AI writing, to become the standard. So SEO will not die. Good quality content writing will not die. AI will be there as a tool, but definitely the big technologies out there, Microsoft, Google, even Facebook, and etc., they will always have these safety standards that AI will be kept in check. So use AI to create an outline. A quick tip: use AI to create a good outline. Get ideas from it. Get some prompt. Guide it by prompt. Do not be contented with one output niya from one prompt. Guide it. Keep on improving with different prompts, one after another. Once you are happy with an outline, scrap the rest. Write the things in between. So in short, our mga content namin, probably I would say mga around 10 to 20% AI. But we make sure our SOP, dati sabi ko, at least 30% human written sabi ko. But during our test, we do that a lot. We test. Lumalabas, at least 80% of our content writing should really be human written. 80%. 10 to 20%, that's okay. Nakikita namin search engines they don't really care kung 10 to 20% lang. But again, disclaimer, this is from our experience. Other people may have their own SOP, no? But yun sa amin. All right. So I hope that helps. Okay.
Ayan. Ayan, thank you so much. Bitin po tayo ngayon. I'm sure maraming nabitin talaga sa topic with Sir Jerome. Thank you so much, Sir Jerome. And also for our audience, I'm sure madaming tanong dito na questions, sila Angelo, sila Christian. So sorry guys to but I know that you can still reach Sir Jerome in the future, especially may mga webinar siya. Just right now, just a quick message from our host with Coach Jihan Charlene. Ano yung one word that you cannot forget, that you would like always to remember? One word lang tayo ngayon. Mabilis ang
Okay,
one word.
ako, yung ano lang, 3-month
Challenge.
rule. Yung 3-month rule. Yun lang. Live the 3-month
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah. Oron Barber. Look him up. 3-month rule.
How about kay Charlene po?
Yun din ang sasabihin ko sana, pero sige, ano na lang, mag-iisip ako ng bago. Siguro, ang masasabi ko is yung sinabi niya na to check talaga, pag-aralan mo, yung mga sinabi niya, pag-aralan mo kung ano yung mga dapat mong pag-aralan for you to be able to succeed in this freelancing journey.
Ako, direct to the resources, direct to the kitchen, direct to the Google, direct to everything. And of
Correct.
course, hindi natin kaligtaan kung paano ka namin ma-reach out, Sir Jerome. Madami pa mga questions na nabite, madami pa workshops na abangan sa'yo. Any message sa online community natin ngayon na nakikinig at nag-watch po? How they can reach you, what your final advice for them?
Yeah. One word. Consistency. Consistency. You do that consistently, everything else will follow.
Yes. Thank you so much. So please
Correct.
follow Sir Jerome. Nag-leave kami ng mga comments doon sa website niya.
Alright.
And andun yung list ng mga workshop niya. So okay guys, thank you so much. So very bitin ng oras ito. Madami tayong mga dapat pag-usapan. So thank you so much for watching us guys.
Thank you,
And hope to
Dean.
see you again next Wednesday. Please like our page, facebook.com/fopsco.ph, a national-based cooperative for Filipino online professionals. So you may also find us in Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. If you have some takeaways in tonight's show, please share this episode so others can also learn from you. Also, thank you again for Fopsco Media, our partner, in giving you this wonderful show. Join us again next week for another show with another special guest. For our Fopsco family, let's keep growing together. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sir Jerome. Thank you, Coach
Bye-bye.
Jehan. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you sa mga nanood.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night.